Alright people, this is the Game Thoughts. We are back with some information about the Marathon game from Bungie. Just watched the whole showcase. I'm going to talk for about a minute or two here, and then I got all the important parts for you. The official synopsis, as well as the short film they made as part of the presentation if you didn't catch it. Right after I'm done, just some quick thoughts. Looks good as far as the shooting and all that. Of course, until I get my hands on it, I won't know, but Bungie is one of the actual just absolute top tier as far as making controller FPS games feel amazing, let alone whatever's happening on the PC side. Not a fan of the art style, not a fan of the HUD or any of that kind of stuff, but as far as everything else I'm seeing and the art style and the style and tone of the game to me are two different things. So it's just like, I'm kind of like 50-50 on it right now. My biggest thing is I wonder how much longevity it'll have. And it just doesn't look good. It looks really clunky and, well, clunky's not the right word. It's the art style for me that's just, ugly. I'm not necessarily saying it'll keep me away from it, but I'm definitely not a fan of it. But like I said, we know that pedigree. We know it's going to feel good if nothing else. You guys interested in this one? Let me know what you think.
Marathon is a team-based extraction shooter set around the mysterious and cutthroat world of Tau Ceti 4. You are a runner, a cybernetic mercenary who's given up their human form for a biosynthetic shell with unique abilities and stats, capable of both tactical and fast-paced combat. Here you'll fight in a crew of up to 3 players across a variety of zones and points of interest. You'll face rival runners in zones of up to 18 players, countless security forces, and otherworldly threats. To scavenge the remains of a lost colony for glory and fortune. The environments of Tau Ceti 4 are filled with weapons, materials, and equipment you can scavenge throughout the map. Before deploying, you'll strategically build your loadout and select a runner to ensure you're equipped for the run ahead. Your objective is simple. Get in, gather as much loot as you can, and make it out alive. Die, and all your gear will be up for grabs. Survive, and your loot can be taken into future runs as you grow in power and fill your vault. Death is inevitable, but it's never the end. Think quickly on your feet and outplay your opponents. And in your next run, you and your teammates will be the ones coming out on top. And even if you're down on your luck, factions can sponsor you with a fresh loadout, so you can get right back into the fight. Bungie brings its best-in-class first-person multiplayer action to the forefront. Dynamic and tactile gunplay, runners with unique playstyles, and customizable builds create highly dynamic and strategic team fights. Whether you're on a zero-to-hero run or high-rolling with powerful gear, you'll need to use your best judgment when you decide which fights to pick and how. Because no matter how geared you are, players with skill and strategy will always have the edge. Marathon is designed to be played in crews, with contextual pings, shared objectives, and down but not out, to streamline playing with your friends. Death is not the end. And if you're the last one standing, you can overcome the odds to revive your teammates and get out with your hard-earned loot. And if you believe your skills alone are enough to conquer any challenge, we give you the freedom to opt out of crew fill to take all the glory for yourself as a solo runner. No 2 runs in Marathon ever play out the same. With dynamic events, variable weather, and unpredictable players, you'll have to adapt on the fly if you want to survive. Each run has a time limit, and anything can happen while you're chasing your objective. Looking to unlock upgrades or increase your faction reputation? Slip into the shadows as Foy and ghost past your enemies. Search the map for rare materials and profit opportunities without being discovered. Want to push enemy teams and steal their loot? Bring in Glitch with agility implants and your strongest weapons to disrupt rival crews. Running support for your friends? Grab extra equipment, shield charges, and a specialized backpack to be the lifeline they need. You're always free to experiment with team compositions, and the only limit to how you want to play your runner is your loot and imagination. Endgame challenges, ranked play, discovering secrets, seasonal storytelling, community events, and more all await you in Season 1, where you and your friends will start to unravel the mysteries of Tau Ceti 4. Remember, you're only ever one run away from your next big score. I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that it sculpt to well those passions red which yet survive. Stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them, lifeless thing that mocked them, and the heart that fed, and the heart that fed."
Welcome once again. Once again. As the new shell feeling.
I mean, it feels just like what it is, right? Like $1 trillion.
Like $1 trillion.
Sakaguchi Genetics sent a reminder. Your shell repayment is coming up and will be charged against your line of credit.
Yeah, I know. Do you mind if we skip the formalities this time? Got a big contract waiting down there, so...
Contract.
Understood.
Contract.
Let's proceed with your grounding exercise. Are you familiar with this item?
That's my lucky charm.
Yeah. It's supposed to be my lucky charm.
identify her?
Yeah, that's my mom. That's your mom. Your mom.
Now,
You know that's
consider
your mom.
this. Do you recognize this child?
Who are you? I don't know.
It's you.
What? Really?
Hey, what's that you always tune into? Worth anything?
I don't know, but I like it. It speaks to me.
Let me listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you ever wonder what happened to these people?
It's not my business.
And this music is? You'll have a tough time finding a buyer.
Good. It's not for sale. Give it to me.
And on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remain. Round the decay of that colossal wreck. Boundless and bare. The lone and level sand stretch far away.
Do you recognize this child?
I don't know. Is that me?